the first thing that you have asked me, the question I'll have to really address from a little before where we had the discussion. Basically, I just want to touch a single area where it can easily be, stopped for any further discussion because it's going to have a full stop. Seeing the culture of Bengal has deteriorated such a way, a woman or even a man, it's not a question. The question is for election, how far these parties can really go down in the culture. And then we want to change the civilization. We want to change the basic culture. We want to change the entire, the environment and atmosphere and the political atmosphere at large. I have every condemn for this, and that much I can tell you. Second, as we have floor around 142 seats which are yet to be, voted for the for another 48 hours within. That is basically, the the kind of decisions the people are going to take. But one thing I tell you, as you asked very specifically, where Congress is, I can't answer about left. But again, yes, partially that would be true also, because as you think about the civilization, as it's said, the political civilization, then it is turning out to be where exactly the culture begins in the civilization of politics in Bengal. It is a pride of Bengal, it was rather, that the Bengal showed the way the democracy should be treated and respected. But ultimately, we had completely nude this moment by exposing our cultures in a way that does not protect democracy nor even the dignity. Neither it has got an iota of glorifying, the people's right of voting. One thing I tell you here, Nilu, that 152 seats are already gone for election, and then both the parties are claiming that they are all and they have been reaching more than 100, and that's their own speculation. But it is very sure that the prime minister in a capacity and the chief minister in a capacity, when these two personalities claim about the certain election results which are already due to come, it's very, very, pathetic, I believe, just because to influence the voters for the next spell of election, which is due for another, as you know, on 29, it is anti-culture, it's anti-democracy. Exactly this moment, having the publicity, if you are going to talk about the campaign part, but it cannot be ethical campaign. That is where I can tell you. You are specifically asking where Congress is. And I tell you, the Congress is not forming the government as it claims. Congress is where exactly this kind of civilization, where exactly Mr. Churl has tried to, explain. And I tell you here, the kind of democracy Congress wants that is established, the developing Congress wants, it has already shown the way in the first 30 years of its governance, and it has produced a chief minister like Dr. B.C. Roy. Just a theme. It's an idea. It's an idea of a chief minister supposed to be. And the other party should follow. And that Congress has shown. So we are trying to attract people to vote for us or vote for those. Very simply, I tell you, vote for those who are capable. But if you can see them at all, they are in the dark. You
All right,
see,
all right,
voting,
all right.
I
I
tell
think
you,
John wants
I just finish here. I just
yes.
finish here, Nilu. You have already experienced 15 years of governance, and this is the fourth time for Mamata Banerjee to get elected if she is. And this is the 12th years plus that the central government is doing. Compare this to where is the combination? Is it only the tussle? Is it the log of it? And the people are going to suffer. This is what they try to make their democracy of civilization. Civilization is slow dying. I can tell you this, and that much I can tell you here in the comment further, but because the particular narrative is already said, where it goes that you can't voyage against, it is by the right of the constitution, the government cannot voyage war against the country, the people of the country. I can't understand because that's the optics, and you must believe in that the Sajwa, the as you know, the warfare kind of, the demonstration. If you feel that the prime minister explains it, why him? You don't have fear. Because you are fearing, That's why we are protecting you by the kind of, demonstration of this. What I mean to say, a fear psychosis will run into your vein. Second important thing is SIR that we are talking about. It has a long controversies, and we have discussed about it also. So one SIR is not enough. You have to even demonstrate this kind of, the warfare to intimidate people. If the people are going to accept this and this is the way, accept BJP, the general common mass would always fear this kind of, as it is, and it's supposed to be. So it is where it seems that the Bengal election is at the age of the central government or the Indian government in incarnation in BJP, and finally demonstrating their rights as they are having the privilege as being the central government. It is unfortunate, I tell you this.